Greetings to everyone in the name of Christ. The portion for today's meditation is Luke chapter 4 verses 31 to 41. In this particular verse, Luke tries to convey the three miracles which was performed by Jesus in the city of Capernaum. And so as you can see, the topic of message is mentioned as the authority of Jesus. The reason why I selected authority of Jesus as the topic for today's message is this pretty much sums up the 10 verses of this message into just 3 or 4 words. Speaking about Luke is one of the 3 synoptic gospels, and we all know what is gospel, right? Gospel is nothing but the teachings and revelations of Christ. But what is synoptic gospel? Synoptic gospel are the first 3 books of New Testament, that is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and it's called synoptic because majority of the content overlap with each other. That is, in simple terms, we can say that we can find similar stories in all the 3 books. So as you can see on the graph next to me, Luke, 35% of the content in Luke is unique to Luke, while 20% of the content in Matthew is unique to Matthew, while we can find the majority of the content in Matthew and Luke in Mark. So Mark is basically a repetition of both. It's fair to assume that. So coming to the next slide, this is basically the list of all the miracles performed by Jesus, which is covered by Luke. So there are like approx 20 miracles. So I'm not getting into the details of it, but you can just pause the video and just have a look at it. So let's dive straight to the topic now. Coming to verse 31. So in verse 31, we can see that the verse 31 goes by this: He went down to the city of Capernaum, a village in Galilee. He was teaching to the people on the day of Sabbath. They were so surprised and impressed by his teachings. His teachings were so forthright, so confident, and so authoritative. So this particular verse starts by the word "He went down to Capernaum." Let's go a step back. So where was Jesus before Capernaum? So before Capernaum, Jesus was in Nazareth, his hometown, from where he started his mission work. So as the time passed, Jesus started becoming famous in Nazareth, and because of this, the city officials and the religious leaders were jealous of him, and they decided to kill him. In order to save his life, Jesus decided to move on to Capernaum, as Jesus knew it was not his time to die yet. So he moved on to Capernaum. So the next question which came to my mind is, why Capernaum and why not any other city? So one of the ideal justification or reason for that question would be, Capernaum is a strategically located city. It's situated at the north of Sea of Galilee, and it is also located at the middle of Egypt and Mesopotamia, 2 big cities which was important with respect to trade and everything at that point in time. Obviously Capernaum connected the seas and the land. So we can just imagine how strategically Capernaum is situated. So it's fair to assume that there would have been a big crowd of people living over there. There would have been businessmen, there would have been workers, traders, and everyone who used to daily come to that city for doing trades. This would have given a good platform for Jesus to continue with his mission work. And the later we can see at the later part of the verse that 3 qualities are mentioned by Luke over the preaching style of Jesus. We can see that Luke has mentioned he was so forthright, he was so confident, and he was so authoritative. So by forthright, Luke intended to say that Jesus always used to go straight to the point. He was brutally honest. He never used to think he's hurting people. He just used to speak the truth, and he was just outspoken kind of person. He was confident. He used to believe in what he said, and he used to show utmost faith among the people. And the third quality which Luke mentioned was he was authoritative. So Jesus always used to speak with authority. He was firm, and he used to speak with a lot of power, because of which people used to listen to him. Now let's go to the first miracle which was performed by Jesus, which is mentioned in verse 33. So we can see that as Jesus was preaching, there was a man who was possessed with demons sitting among the people, and all of a sudden he started shouting, "Jesus of Nazareth, what do you want with us? Do you came here to destroy? Do you come here to destroy us? And I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Uh, I would like to highlight three points in this particular verse. So, first of all, the demons knew who Jesus was. The demons knew the power of Jesus, and they were afraid of Jesus because they knew Jesus has the right to cast them off. Second point which I would like to highlight is. This particular person who was possessed was sitting among the people in the synagogue. So we always tend to believe that church, being an holy place of worship, it would be free from the negative forces of the nature, but that's not the case. The negative forces, the trials and temptations, we can encounter these things at any point in time, at any place, any situation. And the third point which I would like to highlight is Jesus displaying his authority over the demons. So Jesus just spoke 7 words, that is, keep quiet and come out of the man. And the very next moment, the man was free, and the demons was casted off. The man was not possessed anymore, and the man was healed. This was the brief about the first miracle which was performed by Jesus, and let's go to the second one now. After all this incident, Jesus went to the house of Simon Peter. There he saw that Simon's mother-in-law was healed. She was bedridden. She was sick. Jesus just came in and just commanded, and the very next moment her illness was gone. She just woke up immediately, got up immediately, and she started serving Jesus and other people at the house. We can see that how Jesus commanded the fever, and the very next moment her fever was gone. It's just like the story of creation. The God used to command, let there be light, let there be sun, moon and stars, let there be water, land, let there be creatures in the sea, let there be creatures on the land. So Jesus, the God just used to command, and the things just came up. The same way, the Son of God, Jesus, had the same power which God displayed during the story of creation. He had the same power. He used to speak with authorities. He used to command things, and the things used to happen. That's what I would like to highlight in this second miracle. So in the previous verse, we saw that the role of Jesus was someone who casted off the demons, and in the second verse or second miracle, we could see that the role of Jesus is of that of a healer, that healing other people's sickness. So now let's move on to the third miracle. So in the third miracle is just a general one, and we can see that the report of Jesus got spread all over the town, and people started bringing their friends, their relatives to Simon Peter's house, so that they could be healed through Jesus. And it said that everyone who came there was healed. So that brings to the conclusion of this particular message. I also, as I mentioned at the start of this message, that Luke is a synoptic gospel, and so yes, this particular verse is also repeated in Matthew also. So it's there in Matthew chapter 8 verses 14 to 17, but with a slight variation. So I was just comparing these both verses of Luke and Matthew. So I found a slight variation over there, and the variation is Matthew is trying to correlate this particular miracles and happenings of performed by Jesus to the prophecies which was mentioned by prophet Isaiah. So basically, Prophet Isaiah had prophesied that a person would come who would take away our illness and diseases. Matthew is basically trying to correlate that the prophecy of Isaiah was fulfilled by this particular act, that lots of people, multiple peoples were healed all at the same time, just through Jesus commanding the illness, the sickness, and the demons to go away from their people's body. So yeah. Also, you can just read the last line of the sentence to find what's the variation, to the slide next to me. By this, I would like to mark an end to my message. Praise the Lord. Thank you.